So I'll explain this first. Holy crap, like I have to say that. I don't really look at the views, but... Okay, and we're back. And we're back. Oh wow, we're here. Welcome back guys to the Ricky2ra episode. I can't even do my intro, it's been that long. Welcome back guys to the Ricky2ra podcast, episode 59. That's right, we're one away from the 60th episode now. But yeah, this is like my first content back because I've been off just over a week, which I'll explain. It's not what you think, by the way, not burnt out or anything like that. But yeah, I'm okay. This is very nice to get back in front of a camera again. It was nice to, say that intro, even though I messed it up the first time. Still got my coffee here. We're still at the same time. It's 7:24 in the morning on Wednesday the 26th of May. But I could have done this about 10 minutes earlier, but I was just waiting for my battery to charge fully. So there's no red light nonsense, none of that. And yeah, we're here today. So I hope you guys are doing well. I am not tired this morning because my body has adjusted to being an hour earlier now doing this. So I'm all good. Still got my coffee here though, just in case. But yeah, guys, how are you doing? Because I haven't been on the socials or anything, hardly been posting anything. So I hope you guys are doing alright. This is like my opening back into getting stuff done again. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're keeping safe. Thank you for everybody that listens to any of the podcasts or anything I have to say. I am very grateful for my audience that do tune in and listen as well. Let's hit a bit of a Weatherman Rick in. The tree outside is not leafless anymore. For those who know what I'm talking about, it's got bare leaves now. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna rain. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does look like it's gonna rain, but we'll see what happens because later on in the week it's meant to get a bit warmer here in the UK. So shout outs anyway to wherever you are in the world, whether you're in the UK, the US, wherever you are. I appreciate you guys for being here, tuning in to me today. So this is not your average episode. This is going to be another random episode. Because I haven't planned anything for this, so everything's going to be at the top of my head for this one. But I have written 4 bullet points down, but I'm not going to go through them because I might change my mind. But that's literally all I got, 4 bullet points of stuff that was literally on top of my mind, 2 in which I was going to talk about already, and the other 2 was just boom, it was the first thing that popped in my mind. And I've written it down. So all I've got is 4 bullet points. I've got nothing else. So this is going to be a weird episode again. And hopefully for next week, for the 60th, I should have something planned, but we'll see. But now let's focus on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in straight to... I'm not going to say the first topic, just whatever I'm thinking of at this moment of time. So yeah, this kind of like segues in very well to what I'm going to talk about. So I'll explain this first. I was away for a little bit, just from content. I was still creating content, by the way. So last week I was creating content. I didn't distribute it anywhere to any of the socials. There was this, and I mentioned it in last week's episode as well. There's this TV show called Invincible, right? And it's like a animation, but it's like a proper it's gruesome. It's not for kids. It's like an adult one. It's gruesome, right? And I got so hooked onto it last Monday, and I was saying on that Wednesday, last podcast episode, that I would talk about it. So that's literally what I've been doing. I've been watching TV shows and one other that I'll talk about after this. So yeah, it was nice. And you know what? I wasn't even beating myself up about distributing to socials and stuff like that. I feel like that's something that I've kind of accepted within myself, which I've talked about before. But yeah, so Invincible, it's I'm not very good at explaining stuff. I would check it out on Amazon Prime, but literally I've been watching another TV show, so I've kind of forgotten the names of everybody in this. So this isn't like a full review or anything like that. It's just my opinions on it. So check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. I believe it only had like 6 episodes or something like that. I could be wrong because it's been over a week now. But yeah, I'd definitely check it out. I think I clocked it in like 3 days. And it was just amazing. The first episode, I'm not going to lie, first episode was very slow and I felt like it wasn't for me. But then the ending of the first episode, I'm not going to say anything because I want you guys just to watch it. If you're like under 15, I would get a parent just to sit there with you. But if you're over the age of 15, I would check it out. But yeah, after that ending of the first episode, I was like, oh my god, is this how it's gonna go? And then I literally got hooked on it ever since. So yeah, there's like, I think it's called Mark Grayson. So he's Invincible, and he is the son of the most powerful being in the whole, probably, universe, perhaps. And he's called Omni-Man, which is his dad. So Mark Grayson gets his powers when he turns like 18 or something like that, and his dad trains him, and he wants to be like a superhero like his dad, but his dad, Omni-Man, isn't who he seems to be, and you get to dive into that in each episode as it goes along. That's all I'm going to say on that. But you do see Mark Grayson like make friends with other superheroes and things, and he learns a lot of stuff about himself, about his friendships, his relationships, and also about his dad along the way. That's all I'm going to say on that, because if I say something else, it'll just slip out and I'll end up spoiling it. So yeah, I don't really want to spoil it for anybody. I want you to watch it, and maybe on my vlog or something I'll do like a spoiler review. But yeah, I was hooked onto it and I loved it because I haven't seen an animation that's so gruesome. I can't remember the last one I'd watched that's like, I'm not even messing about. I'm talking about like proper like heads like crunching together, blood, eyeballs everywhere, guts everywhere, like in every single way possible you could imagine. And I'm talking about, there's one particular scene, probably on the last episode, where it involves a subway in America, like the underground subway. And if you've seen the show, you'd know exactly what I mean. That is probably the most brutal thing I've ever seen in my entire life in an animation. Like, if that was in real, like a proper movie setting or a proper human TV show and not an animation, holy crap, like, I have to say that. So yeah, I'd definitely check out Invincible. It is, especially if you're a superhero fan. And I'm not even going to mess about. The only reason why I started watching this and the next TV show that I'm going to talk about as well is because I watched, I'm a subscriber of KSI, if you don't know. He's a YouTuber, if you do not know. I've been subscribed to him for a long time, like I mean a very, very long time. One of the first YouTubers I've ever seen. And I watched his Reddit video or something like that, and he just mentioned something like, oh, if you like superhero movies and stuff, you definitely love Invincible and the one that I'm going to talk about next. So literally I was like, oh right, cool, I like superhero movies, I might have to check it out. And then I went on to Amazon Prime and they were both there, and I thought, okay, I'll watch this one because these episodes are shorter, which is Invincible. So I think it were about 47 minutes an episode, which is amazingly good for an animation, because animations are usually like 20 to 30 minutes an episode. So like, hats off to everybody that was involved in that show. But yeah, so okay, so I was like, oh yeah, just watch these two, to his fans, and I was just like, okay. And I ended up watching it and I finished it yesterday, like everything. So yeah, that's what I've been at. I haven't been lazy, I've been very curious into what these are. Plus I haven't seen a TV show in a while now. Or have I? Was I talking? I swear I was talking. You know what, my mind's so blank this morning. I probably have, you know, but not like a superhero TV show anyway. Actually, it's all come back to me now. I'm a bit stupid this morning. Falcon and the Winter Soldier and all that I've seen as well, but this is something different. All right, this isn't Marvel stuff. This is like its own separate thing. But yeah, so yeah, Invincible. I'd check it out. I'd give it like, because I'm just too nice. I'll give it 5 out of 5 stars. It was that good, and I was hooked onto it as well. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about the second TV show really, as well. And before I actually talk about it, guys, I honestly have no idea how long this episode is going to be because I'm just talking at the top of my head. If anything else does pop in my head, I will talk about it as well. But this literally, it could be shorter than the other episodes. This could literally be like a 20-minute episode or a 30-minute, or if I have more to talk about, it could be even more. But just if this is a shorter episode than usual, like, I'll make up for it next week. But I'm just talking at the top of my head at the moment. So yeah, the second TV show that KSI was saying was The Boys. Oh man, where do I start with that? So that's another Amazon Prime original. These are Amazon Prime original shows, by the way. Let me take a sip of coffee. Yeah, so these are Amazon Prime original ones. And I was like, okay, well, I like this because this is still a superhero TV show, except it's like real. It's not an animation compared to the Invincibles. So I was thinking, okay, shall I watch it? Because bearing in mind, these are nearly an hour episode long shows. So they're about 57 minutes to an hour. And I'm thinking, oh my God, because I literally just watched Invincible. I finished that last Wednesday when I was on this podcast episode and I was saying I've nearly finished it. I finished it that night. So I was thinking, okay, so it's Thursday. Shall I watch it? And I don't think I did on Thursday. So on Friday, I was, bearing in mind I was still creating last week as well. So I was still creating content. So on Friday I was like, go on then. Not messing about. I watched, bearing in mind there's 2 seasons, alright? And I'm a bit late on the bandwagon because the first season of The Boys came out in 2019 and the second season came out last year in 2020. So I'm a bit behind on the bandwagon, but I'm up to date now. But yeah, I literally from Friday to Sunday, so Friday's in about a couple of days, I clocked season 1. Again, it was a bit slow at the beginning, the first episode, but then usually at the end of the first episode, it kind of hooks you in. It didn't hook me in as much. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then from the second episode onwards, it was amazing. So yeah, it took an episode for me to get used to it, but from the second episode onwards, it was amazing. I believe this is a special TV show, and I'll tell you why. I feel like nearly every single person that was cast for the role, and I'm not even messing about, for every single person nearly that's cast for the role is perfect. Terry Butcher is perfect. Huey's perfect. Starlight's perfect. Homelander, the actor, I'm so sorry I've forgotten his name, but the actor that plays Homelander in this is spot on. I couldn't think of anyone else that could replace this guy. So yeah, the first season of The Boys clocked in 2 days. Then I watched the second season literally Monday, which was 2 days ago. Finished it yesterday. Oh man, season 2 was just, and bearing in mind these are gruesome shows as well. This isn't your average like Marvel show where it's like, oh, Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, woo. It's not like that. These are Amazon Prime originals, and it's so gruesome. Again, so much blood, so much guts and brains thrown everywhere. Especially in season 2, that was just times 10 on the gruesome level. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, Huey and Terry, well, basically they're in a group called The Boys, with Frenchie and and yeah, so basically in the first season, Terry Butcher wants to take down Homelander. Huey's girlfriend got killed by a train because he ran straight through her which we found out he was on Compound V, which is like a some sort of enhancement drug that you inject into yourself to get powers. He was injecting himself to enhance his speed, so that's why he ran so fast into Huey's girlfriend at the time and just smushed her to bits. Yeah, so basically Terry went up to him, was just like, yo, let's take down these fools. But that's basically how it started. I'm not going to go into what everybody did, but that's basically how that started, how Terry and Huey met, and then they got the boys together, hence the name, the boys of the show. And then, they went on pretty cool stuff to try and take superheroes down, and it's really good, actually. And the thing that I like about it is they're always changing stuff in the show. So if a new person's there, maybe an old person in the show kind of gets removed and stuff. Like, there's always changes in the show. And at the end of season 2, it was a very big shock to see what happened there as well. Like I said, I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just, because if I do spoil it, like, I'm still find it hard to explain it. So I'm just going to explain it in the non-spoiler way, because I find that easier. But yeah, I really do. I feel like Terry, Butcher, Huey, and Homelander, they, like, their story arcs are like really top tier for this show. Like, it's really good. I was actually very impressed because I thought it was going to be crap, if I was totally honest with you. I honestly thought it was like a superhero TV show where it revolves around the superheroes, but I didn't know why it was called The Boys. I thought maybe it was like a superhero of guys or something like that, but that was not the case. It's actually following the team of the boys against the superheroes, and I say superheroes with quotation marks because they're not really superheroes. If you watch all the episodes, they kind of have some sort of dark moments in the show, really, and they're not really superheroes as in like they're by themselves. They're in a group called the Seven, and that's basically their part, I would say, signed to a company called Vought, which basically owns them. So they're more like celebrities than anything than superheroes, because they go on talk shows, they have movies, they do press conferences, and they do autograph signings and stuff. So they're really more celebrities, but I'd say like dark superheroes, because you'd be very surprised about how many people they actually save in this show. Yeah, so I'd definitely watch it, because that's what surprised me, really. And that's what I really like about it, because they're basically dark, just dark enhanced humans, I'd say. I wouldn't even say superheroes. Yeah. Let's finish this coffee off now, guys. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'd probably give The Boys 5 out of 5 stars as well, just because I haven't seen anything like that. Like, you guys know I've talked about WandaVision, I've talked about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki's coming out in about a couple of weeks. So yeah, I was very impressed with how much of a turn this show has taken on the average superhero story to make it something else. So yeah, that's that, and I definitely recommend it if you're into your superhero stuff as well, or if you like horror stuff. I wouldn't say anything was like horror, like proper like jump scare, but I'd say like if you like gruesome like kind of movies or shows and stuff, if you're not really like animations like Invincible, The Boys is definitely gruesome enough for you to watch. And it's not like one of them shows where it's like there's a woman in a building and then they just save her and saves the day. It's nothing like that at all. So I'll check them out anyway. Invincible and The Boys, which are available on Amazon Prime. I'm actually pretty excited now that I've got that out of the way now. I was thinking about spreading season 2 of The Boys out throughout this week, but I thought, you know what, I'll just use my Monday and Tuesday, and I'll just power through all the episodes, and I just want to get back to socials from Wednesday, so that's what I'm doing today. So I'm happy to be here with you guys today. If I didn't watch that KSI video, most likely I probably wouldn't have watched them TV shows, but yeah, I was still creating last week, but this week I was just like, you know what, let me power through season 2 of The Boys, and I'm back on the Wednesday. First thing I'm doing is the podcast episode, which I'm back with you lovely people. So yeah, and I love the podcast as well. So yeah, got much love for all you guys out there, man. Got much love for the podcast as well. Okay, so if you don't like football or soccer, as you say it in America, do not listen to this next part. I'll skip it. I'm probably going to talk about 10 minutes, maybe. So 10 minutes from now, just skip it, maybe, and see what I'm talking about next. But yeah, it is the Europa League final tonight between my beloved Manchester United and the Spanish team Villarreal. Now, I don't know much about Villarreal, so I'm just going to talk about the overall final. So it is taking place in, I apologise if I say this wrong, it's taking place in Gdansk, or even another pronunciation if I've completely butchered them too. It's in Poland. That's where the final is taking place. Manchester United beat Roma 4-8 in total. That was on aggregate. And I believe Villarreal beat Arsenal 1-0 in that match to get to the final. Now, I was watching the semi-final, both legs of Roma versus Man United, and Man United was solid. They were very solid in that first leg. In the second leg, they leaked a few goals in, and that was with Harry Maguire there, I believe. Or maybe not, I can't remember. But yeah, Harry Maguire is injured. He will not be playing, I believe, this final. Because I was watching a little bit of the Wolves game, or a highlight of the Wolves game, Man United, the last game in the Premier League, and he was in a cast, sat on the bench, or in one of the stands. So Harry Maguire does not look good. So, what does that mean? We have Eric Bailly and Lindelof. That partnership is probably most likely going to be in the Europa League final. I'm not 100% confident of that centre-back partnership, but it has to do. Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka on each side, so that's alright. I just hope that Wan-Bissaka doesn't do a hefty tackle that gets him a red card. So, what am I thinking? I do not know how this is going to go. I really do want Man United to win this, because I remember 4 years ago, it was Man United versus Ajax in the final of the Europa League. This was when Mourinho was manager of Man United, and Manchester United won 2-0. I believe it was Mkhitaryan and Pogba that got on the score sheet then. And that was nice to see Manchester United raise a trophy in a long time. So it has been a long time again. Can't remember the last trophy we won really. And we haven't really won anything under Solskjaer as well. So it'd be nice to lift a European trophy and then get ourselves back up and ready for Champions League next season. Obviously get a few players along the way in the summer transfer window. But what do I think about the final? I don't know anything about Villarreal, but I know that they are the underdogs in this, and underdogs tend to have nothing to lose, and I believe that they've got nothing to lose this game. I think they're going to go full force, and they know that our defence is pretty leaky as in the Roma game. So it could go either way. What I'm thinking is a 2-1 win. I'm going to be boring and go 2-1 because that's the only scoreline I'm seeing. 2-1 to Manchester United. Who's going to score? I believe Edison Cavani is going to score both. I don't think Rashford's going to score tonight, but I believe he's going to assist. But I believe Edison Cavani is going to be there. I could be wrong. Maybe Rashford might get one and Greenwood might if he starts. But I feel like Cavani's the main man. And I'm so glad we signed him for another season as well. Yeah, so I feel like Cavani's going to bang both of the goals in. I don't know when, but I feel like he's going to score the winner. I think we are going to have a bit of trouble in the back if Harry Maguire isn't there, but we can do it. Paul Pogba and Fernandes is going to be there. Fernandes could get in the score sheet as well, but I just feel like Cavani's the man. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 2-1 to Man United. It is on UK time, 8 PM. So I'm not sure what that time is for everyone else, but I know for the UK it's 8 PM. Usually BT do like a cool live stream on the YouTube for the final, so you can watch it for free basically on YouTube, I believe. If they're doing it this year, I haven't even checked. But yeah, that's my predictions. 2-1, Man United winning, Cavani getting both of the goals. Now, before I leave you guys today, I want to talk about just one other thing that's been on my mind, and it's YouTube Shorts. And I haven't, like, for you guys watching on YouTube, I don't know if you've seen it, but I've uploaded quite a few shorts recently. It's basically like TikTok videos or Instagram Reel videos, but it's just YouTube versions of it. And you know what? I've been getting a few views, like sometimes I don't really look at the views, but, and I mentioned this in my last podcast episode, but I uploaded like a Terry's Chocolate Orange short and it got like 400 views, and I'm just like thinking, wow, because I only literally like, I'm proud to say this because I know this is all I get. I literally get like 1 to 3 views on my videos and that's it. So getting something like 300 to 400 views on like a 40-second video, 20 to 40-second video is crazy. So my advice to anybody out there that's wanting to do a YouTube channel, try upload your TikTok videos or any sort of shorts to YouTube, and you'd be very surprised about how much traction you'll get from it. So yeah, for anybody that has seen my shorts videos, shout outs to you. That's maybe advice to everyone out there, or maybe to YouTubers that have not used the YouTube Shorts feature yet. I would definitely check that out. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there today. I know it's been a bit of a weird, random episode. They were literally the 4 bullet points that I had. I've got nothing else on my mind. I just hope that it does not rain today because, a man's got that delivery day. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you've been trying to look for me on socials or anything like that, which I highly doubt you have, but if you have, I should be back. If not today, it'll be tomorrow. I'm not going to put that much pressure on myself, but you'll see me when I'm there. But this is the first thing I'm doing, so I'm happy to do that. And yeah, don't go crazy because I watched two TV shows because they were awesome and I loved them. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to this week's podcast episode. So I hope you guys, are keeping safe as well still. So yeah, I'll see you guys for the 60th podcast episode. So have a great day or night wherever you are.